Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. The channel is No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. So I got a couple things that I'm going to talk about on my way home that I think are very important. So, let's start with us melanated ones, aka blacks. We know what that word means, and some of us bring that spell to pass with our behavior. But I'm noticing something, man. I've been noticing this for quite some time now. And I talk a lot about about us being on the bottom and why we on the bottom and what we can do about it. But on this one, I want to talk about why I'ma always judge people individually, regardless of their race. Like, even while I'm doing the unification and the unity amongst us, because we gotta, we need to unite. But I'm noticing that I'm not gonna be able to trust everybody with this. And here's why. Some of us, we want to get on white people when they say something racist or do something racist, but we be doing funny acting stuff too. Like, people be doing funny acting stuff to me every day, and me being no matrix, I pick up on it. Like, case in point, let me tell you about something that happened. So, white guy was saying racist stuff, right? All the black people in the class wanted to confront him on it, including myself. But I start noticing something. I noticed that it's weird. Some of the black people in the class act more funny than he does. Yeah, he say, nowadays, when somebody says something racist, you got to get to the very bottom of it. You got to figure out, especially if they're young, why is he saying these things? Who is he learning these things from? And is that how he really is? Or is it just something that he's regurgitating? Because we always want to talk about how white people is racist and this, that, and the other, but we do a good job of not accepting each other too. Like, there's black people among us that they not gonna talk to nobody who don't dress fly, who don't have fresh, crisp haircuts, Jordan, stuff like that. Those, I don't even want them in the group. I don't even want them. I don't even want to deal with them because I can't trust them. They'll be bought out. They'll be, if I was to be able to take this all the way up, the type of people I'm talking about on this video will be the ones that'll try to set me up or something. So I don't want them around. I want people around that know how to judge things by the actual matters, that don't merely go by outward appearance and stuff like that. Because if you only judge by outward appearance, you ain't gonna never be worth nothing. You just gonna always be getting deceived. Everybody that dress nice, you gonna trust them. Everybody that hair look like you think, you gonna trust them. I don't want them kind of people around me. I want people around me that see the work and they want to be a part of it for sincere reasons. And that's probably why right now it's only a few of us. And the main people that's with me right now is the people that just been with me all around the board anyway. So this is why, even while I'm doing this, it's not gonna be a me against them thing with white people. Because some white people will treat you better than black people do. It's just a fact. And people know I'm telling the truth. And I don't try to act like them or have self-hating behaviors. But yet and still, some of them treat you better than some of your own so-called people. That's why I don't look at everybody as my people. Because some people is just too funny acting. You gotta learn, man. A lot of these black people now would not have survived in the civil rights movement. If they would have been the way they are right now during the civil rights movement, a lot of people that's living in the world right now wouldn't even exist because they wouldn't have made it. Those black people knew they had to walk each other home from school. You might have to you might only have 3 loaves of bread, but you know your next door neighbor or the people up the street is poor, so you give them one of your loaves. That's how they did things back then. That's why, to be honest with you, they accomplished more. The only difference is they got deceived. See, those white people back then, the racist ones, they knew that those people was united. So they got them to stand for causes that wasn't gonna get them nowhere, like integration. So, and they really helped everybody else. Because with segregation, they had to deal with each other. With integration, now it's all this I don't F with you, and people half talking to you, talking the other person ear off, and you ain't never even got into it with them. I mean, people can talk to who they want, but the point I'm making is this. A lot of us are funny acting for no reason at all. Like, you will never see me just acting funny towards somebody. Like, if they act funny towards me, I won't talk to them like that. But I don't pick and choose. Like it won't matter how you look, talk, act, dress. If you show me respect, I'ma deal with you. If you don't show me respect, I'm not gonna deal with you. And I don't care who don't like me. It's just the fact that I get tired of seeing people that want to talk about what white people is doing and what white people think about the George Floyd. Man, don't you know that's how they got us in the first place? Y'all care what a bunch of racist people think. Y'all should just be dealing with the ones that ain't racist. Trying to forge business partnerships with them. Trying to sell them your product. Why do you care about the ones that's racist? I think it's a smokescreen, if you ask me. Some people, that's just what they saw their parents, their grandparents doing. Because to me, a black person that act funny towards other black people for no reason at all, but then you want to talk about race issue, you're a hypocrite, man. That's just all it is to it. You're a hypocrite. So I don't really pay those type no mind, and I don't want unity with those type. I want unity with the ones who gon' unite. Don't y'all know? A lot of people don't even know what unity means. Unity means we come together despite our differences. We gonna have differences, but we still come together for some common good. That's unity. Not this stuff, well, white people this, white people that, but then you act funny towards black dudes and you try to sleep with their women. No, that's not unity. You keep calling them your people. Are they your people? Okay, then why you try to distance yourself from people then? For what reason? Did y'all have a fist fight? Did y'all have like some type of animosity? Usually the answer is no. But yet, and still you hear these type, like case in point. I had a conflict one time that I mentioned many times because it makes a great example with a guy that was the prime example of people I'm talking about. With the locks, black people, my people this, my people that. Funny acting as hell. No, hypocrite. Super hypocrite. This is why all these dudes wearing red, black, and green, talking about they Hebrew Israelites and foundational black. A lot of these dudes, and I ain't talking about all of them, but a lot of these dudes, they really not about that life. They just using it to either get women, get money, because they don't like white people. It's some type of ulterior motive and angle with a lot of them. And it's the way I know it is how you treat. Like for instance, if let's say a black guy reach out to you in a supportive manner and just a respectful manner, right? You ignore him because you don't like his hair, or you don't like his teeth, or you don't like his shoes. Then you not pro-black, because unity says it don't matter what shoes he got. Me and him are coming together to do X, Y, Z. Not unity. Fake unity is you don't F with people, as they call it, because you don't like how they dress, or you don't like their car. That kind of stuff. I don't want them in my group, and them the ones I'm gonna be watching. You try something, I'm gonna be ready for you. I'm telling you now. Them the ones that you gotta watch out for. Them the ones that took Martin Luther King out. Them the ones that took Malcolm X out. Them the ones that helped them bring Marcus Garvey down and put him in prison. I'm telling you, man, you gotta know. Like when you get to forging these groups, you gotta know like who really with you. It'll show, man, I'm telling you. It'll show, because if a person is an agent, even if they try to pretend to be what excuse me, you gonna know from like some of their behaviors if you know what to look for. See, Martin Luther King, he let his guard down. And he didn't know that they was planting those dudes, because he didn't know what to look for in terms of a plant. That type of information wasn't available like it is now. So that's why I say, man, I'm gonna have groups like this particular group that we started. It's gonna be all black, but I'm gonna have groups with white people, all different races too. I got another group that after I form this first group, it's gonna be all different races. Because I'm not one that hates white people. Some of them will get on my nerve, and yes, they do be acting racist. I live in Wisconsin, born and raised. You think I don't know what racism look like? If you want to know what racism look like, come to Wisconsin. Because a lot of these people, man, they make you feel very uncomfortable. But I'm not going to judge every white person by the ones that are racist, because they not all like that. I know police officers that's not racist. I know correctional officers that's not racist. And one particular correctional officer is white. He practically like the coolest one. Like, he's very popular, but yet you don't see him like, because he's popular on the job, he don't talk to this person or that person. I don't get that from him. You know, that's why I would never judge every white person by the ones that are fulfilling the agenda of them peoples by trying to divide and conquer blacks and whites. If you believe in It's all right if you if you just prefer to be around whites, and you white. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The question would just be, why? Is it like some type of negative issue? If it's not nothing negative, you just prefer that, ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Just like it ain't nothing wrong with a black person that just feel more rather deal with blacks, but they don't have a problem with whites. The people I got a problem with is over what they do, not the color. Because y'all never know, eventually we gonna need each other. Y'all, and like I tell y'all all the time, do not buy into that black versus white. Don't buy into that, man. Don't buy into that. Yes, we as blacks, we need to do a better job of purchasing one another's goods, dealing with each other, respecting each other. But trust me, man, the devil is the enemy, not white people. The white people that present themselves as enemies, they're doing so because they are influenced by darkness. Because like I say, John Brown was white. Do y'all understand that John Brown was very instrumental in this us not being physical slaves right now? Do y'all understand that? John Brown gave his life as a white man for our ancestors not to be slaves. This ain't no make-believe story. And a lot of the abolitionists were white. Think about it. How you think we were able to pull this off? If all those abolitionists was black, they would have tried to kill them. Like even going back to Rosewood, which was a true story. Remember the scene when they tried to go to Georgia and they formed a firing line on them, the white men? It was all white men, and he said, it was the sheriff, the mayor, everybody said, our colored folk, that's what they call them, good peoples, law-abiding, said, you ain't coming in here with that mess, turn around. And they wouldn't turn around, so they put their guns on them, made them turn around. And so the black people during that time, they knew that the white people in Georgia had a different frame of mind towards them. So they hurried up and tried to run to Georgia, and it turned out to be a good idea because they were able to escape those people that was basically, the white woman lied because she was a 304, and she lied to her husband and told him it was a black man. And that's when what's her name that played Florida Evans? She said, as blue as Jesus' eyes. But I just wanted to talk about that. We got to do a better job, man, especially y'all youngsters. They literally brainwashing y'all to be against older blacks when they can learn from you, the new technology stuff, and you can learn from them. I can learn from young people. I got a lot of younger content creators that I watch. But you got to stop with this funny acting stuff, man. If you want to be funny acting, be funny acting, but don't try to be pro-black because you bringing confusion. You bringing confusion. You know, these the dudes that you'll be on a trip to go speak, and you'll come home early and they'll be in the bed with your wife. We don't want them. We need the loyal, united ones, man. But anyway, I got more things to talk about. Stay tuned.